What's good, Space Cowboys? Zero here, back with another ship guide, and today we're looking at the Gladius II, which is another Deimos Star Yard ship. See these flying all around the UC. It is a Class A reactor ship. Decent jump range for a Class A reactor. Pretty cheap to start with. If you're looking for a slight upgrade from your Frontier at the beginning of the game, this is definitely one that I would take a look at. You're going to see a lot of similarities between this and the Frontier. It does have lasers, ballistics, and missiles, all about the same as the Frontier. Engines, also about the same. Shields. Grav drive is where you're going to see a bit of an improvement, as well as your jump range. Still, it only cruise 2, 528 shields, 7 lasers, 21 ballistics, 47 missiles. We're going to take a look at maybe some things that we might swap out or improve if you are looking to buy this and make some modifications. And then we're going to go ahead and take off. Before that, we'll take a view around the outside and then a quick tour of the inside. Like I said, it is a small ship. There's only a few compartments. But then we're going to take off, pick a fight with some people, see how long it can survive and how many we can take out just to see what its fighting capabilities are. Overall, I like the design here. Really long swept-back spine here, which is a little bit different for some other ships I've seen. These small little Class A ships don't have much cargo. There might be some cargo modules we could add to it, but there's not probably a lot of hard points here or hull points or hull modules that we can swap out. So there's probably not a lot we can do to this, but let's check out what is possible. So we do have a couple hard points here on the top. You could probably mount a few other weapons to that. Looks like you've got 3 hard points up there. So, I mean, pop on some missiles might be a good idea if you want some extra missile damage. Maybe some turrets might be a good idea up here so you can get some 360-degree damage going. Again, you don't have actually for a Class A reactor, 20 power is quite a bit. So you could pop in a few more weapons and still be able to distribute more of that power from your grav drive over to your weapons. And I think you would be okay. There's not a lot of other spots to put modules. We do have a hard point here, although that is really not a great place for a weapon. This is maybe a better place for a cargo module. If you want to maybe add a little bit more to your cargo space, you could add one on this side, depending on how big you want your profile to be. I personally would probably still try to keep it within my vertical takeoff engine, so I would do something maybe like the V103 cargo, which is going to add an extra 400, and then if we pop one on the other side as well, actually that's a shield on the other side, we can't do that, but we could add a shield on this hard point as well, give us a little bit more survivability. Depends on what you're using this for. If this is just your first kind of upgrade and you still want it to be a versatile fighter / hauling all of my loot type of thing, you might want a cargo hold, I don't know. But shields are gonna definitely help out if you're looking to survive longer in this thing. It doesn't have great shield health to begin with. That is going to greatly boost our shield power. I also like the symmetry of the 2 shield modules on either side. We do have a hard point underneath the cockpit as well as on top of the cockpit. That's pretty standard for this model of cockpit. That is a good place to mount another forward mounting weapon, as well as this one. This is a really good spot to mount a forward mounting weapon. These top ones maybe are better for maybe one forward mounting and then maybe some turrets. I don't know. That's up to you. Not a lot of other hard points. Also, not a lot of places you can swap stuff out. You do have a hull module here that you maybe could swap out for a cargo hold. So if we pop that guy out here, and then we could add in something like a... Where is our cargo? Maybe something like, ooh, that's not the best cargo hold, but I guess you could put it in there. I don't like the way it looks being asymmetrical, but that's just me. You may not care, and you may just want that extra 950 extra cargo space to put in there. There's probably other things that you could pop in there as well. You do have another hull module down here that you could also take out and replace. You might want to consider putting in an extra generator just to give your, reactor just to give yourself more power, especially if you are filling up all of these hard points. But you could put in a cargo and a reactor. You could possibly put in, I don't know, let's see if it will even let us put in like not a landing bay. I was hoping maybe it was going to let us, yeah, hab, here we go. Now, it won't let us put in that berth. We need a 1x1. I don't want a storeroom. I was hoping there's maybe a 1x1 berth, but it looks like the smallest berth there is a 2x1. So no bedding in here, although you could take out this companionway here and add in a 2x1 berth if you wanted. But not much modifications going on there. There's another hole you could replace there. You could take that out, add in more storage as well. So I would definitely save this hard point on the side for like a shield, and then just replace these hull parts with cargo. Engines, decent. I mean, you could probably upgrade them if you have enough Starship engineering, but for stock, that is going to work pretty well. Your grav drive is actually decent for this size ship as well. But all of these can be replaced or improved. Overall, I think you've got a lot of room to grow in this ship. I don't know if it is something that I would fly anywhere past very early game, though. There is a lot better Class A ships that you can get, such as the Razorleaf from Quest, which is a amazing Class A ship that you can really, really play a lot with, and you get that one for free. But this is a pretty cheap ship. But let's go take a look at it, and then we are going to take it out into space and see how long it takes me to die. There's my little bug. And it looks like a little bug, especially after looking at Class C and Class B ships for so long. I like that grav drive back there. I mean, that's pretty nice. The tail fin's nice, but it could be replaced. I mean, it is nice that it has the hard points for some weapons on back. I do like these vertical takeoff engines that rotate and are also your forward thrusters. Actually, do these rotate? Are these the ones that rotate, or are these always mounted down? I'll find out soon enough when we take off. Into the belly of the beast. So, looks like this all-in-one does actually have some bunks, which is kind of crazy that there's 4 bunks and this can only crew 2. I might swap out this all-in-one berth for
have my attention.
Maybe a different one if I were to actually fly this. But
if something's on your mind,
this is it. This is the ship, folks. I mean, you've got this little entryway back here. This is if we are docking up with a space station or another ship. I do not like that it is separate and back through a room like this. I much prefer the designs where it goes straight from the landing bay to the docking access. But you can change that.
Never mind. Sorry.
let's take off, pick a fight, and see how she handles.
Lifting off now.
I thought those were the rotating engines. Very similar to the ones on the Frontier. It's a very similar build to the Frontier.
Time to dance among the stars.
Not the sexiest of ships, but let's see, we got a top speed of about 560 something. Not terrible, not great. Let's go ahead and bump one more into my lasers and let's see if we can't pick off one or two of these UC guys. Trader Atlas. Looks like he's a Freestar collector. They're killing me quick. Definitely not the strongest ship out there. So that's how this one flies, guys. Go out there, grab it for yourself. Thanks for checking out this video. I will see you in the next one. Cheers.